And my position is very, very clear. I actually is in communication with our main partners in order to combat fully the activity of Wagner Group globally. Because once again, it's a threat not only to Ukraine, it's a threat to global peace and security. Coming to Wagner Group, we have several investigations. In course of one of our investigation, the head of so-called Wagner mercenary group, he is already informed on suspicion by us. It was actually the end of February or beginning of March this year. And we understand that the activity, legal activity of Wagner Group create a threat to Ukraine as a whole, because they work as a part of Russian military machine, de facto the part of Russian army. Russians are communicating in very strange ways, so they're somehow trying to separate. But one of the last comments of Putin, you saw probably when he mentioned how many budgetary funds from Russian state budget was spent on activity of Wagner Group. So from my point of view, it's like direct evidence that they are not only de facto, but probably illegally also are the part of Russian army. But it's about Wagner who was on the front line. We also have cases against Wagner Group representatives who committed crimes against our prisoners of war on occupied territories and against our civilians. So it's another part of their illegal activity, not only illegal, but they are among those who committed the most severe crimes against our civilians and prisoners of war. And let's not forget that, from my point of view, Wagner Group also creates threat to the global peace, because their illegal activity in Africa, their illegal activity in some countries of like Latin America, let's say like this, they create a lot of threats and challenges on global level. And everyone understands that not only Russian budget sponsor the activity of Wagner Group, they have a lot of illegal financial resources coming from their activity in the other parts of the globe. And my position is very, very clear. I actually is in communication with our main partners in order to combat fully the activity of Wagner Group globally. Because once again, it's a threat not only to Ukraine, it's a threat to global peace and security. And I believe that the combining or uniting of efforts on global level is the key to fully stop the illegal activity of such group as Wagner, and potentially the other paramilitary group which are involved in illegal actions throughout the world, and especially in places where there is no, I would say, stable rule of law. There is no stable respect to human rights, so they appear everywhere where situation is already bad, and they don't add, I would say, something positive there. They're only involved in illegal activity. This uniting of efforts to combat the activity Wagner Group as a whole would be a key, from my point of view, actually to make it weaker and potentially cut their financial resources. Without financial resources, I think that will be much more difficult for them to proceed with their actions. With regard to the camp in Belarus, let's see. And one more thing, from my point of view, doesn't mean who is the leader of Wagner Group. So we saw or we hear a lot of different information. This is a machine. This is a tool. It is used by Russian political and military leaders, and doesn't matter who is on the top. For us, the Prigozhin is already a suspect in criminal proceeding in Ukraine. But the main thing is to stop the activity of such groups on global level. First of all, we need to complete the, let's say, the complete our legal work. If European Union institution or European countries already declared Wagner Group as a terrorist organization, we are communicating with the politicians and with United States authorities and with UK, because they have declared as an international criminal organization. But I think declaring an international terrorist organization will be a very good step now from US authorities and from UK authorities. Both are, I think, have full set of evidences to do it. And actually, this information publicly announced by Putin that they are financed from Russian budget, it should help also in the other our endeavor to declare Russia as a state sponsor of terrorism.